Welcome back to Gear Check Games. It's been an entire fortnight, and this is our new A game. It is Pokemon Red. Again, I am Trey, and I am joined ever so faithfully by Joe and Dan.
We have nowhere else to go. Please don't make us leave.
I have trapped them in my kitchen, and I am force-feeding them Pokemon crackers.
Oh, no. Well, Trey, I prefer the blue version of Pokemon crackers. What is this nonsense?
You can't get Oddish in
Joe
blue
eats
version.
the moldy crackers.
Oh my god.
In this house, we only eat red crackers.
Oh, these sprites. I am so ready for this game. These wonderful, wonderful, terrible sprites.
Okay, what kills me is like 50% of them are really good and actually accurate to today. But then the other 50% are uggo.
Yeah. Well, I was looking at Magikarp back there, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty on model. But then we get to like Bulbasaur and... Well, I guess Ditto can get away with being a little...
Yeah. But Ghastly, Ghastly ain't like dots.
He's quite literally ghastly, and oh my god, is Rhydon melting?
A little bit. Dude, when you see Rhyhorn, I can't wait because he's like scrunched because he's so big, but the amount of space they have to make his model is only so big.
Yeah. He's like inside an Invisible's cube or something.
Yeah.
Now, I must ask, because this is something that's kind of been preying on my mind lately, playing Pokemon games. What other video game begins with, like, a detailed explanation of the world like this?
Probably other, like, JRPGs.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, is, like, a lot of RPGs give you a little bit of, like, here's the world, a little bit of exposition right off the bat, or just, like, give you a...
Primarily from, like, the SNES and, like, NES era.
Well, yeah, but it's not literally an old wise man explaining it to you, like, as the player. But I don't know.
I feel like I've seen some JRPGs with, like, token old man character that's like, this is the world of...
Welcome to the world of the Super Game Boy.
You know, I never thought about it that way, but I guess, like... Oak is the old wise man giving you the impetus for adventure in this game. I didn't think about that.
Well, it certainly ain't your mom. In fact, it seems like she can't wait for you to leave.
Oh, yeah. Although, she does give you
all boys must leave home someday.
Yeah, she learned...
Yeah, at 12.
She learned her parenting skills from Stand By Me. Okay. That explains a lot.
Red, Gary Oak, and Blue are just, like, talking about their feelings in the forest. Charmander, light this fire, please.
Gary's just like, hey, Blue, why do you look just like me?
Oh, yeah, did you guys ever read the manga?
I think I checked out, like, the 3rd or 4th volume from the library back when I was a kid. It was the one where they go to the Pokemon Tower, and you see an Arbok just straight up get sliced into.
Oh, yeah, like, that is a metal edition.
And then I put the comic back on the shelf.
Dude, reason number, like, 107 to actually read the manga. The manga's really good. And it gives you way more, like, depth to the world than the anime does.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You learn all about EVs and, like, why Mewtwo is the way he is. Like, you kind of understand... You learn why Blaine is a scientist. Like, it's all explained! Like,
but do they have an explanation for IVs?
Uh-oh. Which starter am I gonna pick?
Gee, I wonder which.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it Bulbasaur?
Oh my god, the plot thickens.
Better check them all. Just in case.
Is it Charmander?
It's giving us the stink eye, jeez.
I know, he really is. No. Charmander's model in this is uggo.
Oh god.
Squirtle is just precious,
Tiny turtle. His face is just like disappearing.
I don't want any of these.
Yeah. Hey, you got any Pikachus back there?
I want an Eevee, damn it.
Yeah, you have to run around in a circle until a Pikachu appears.
Guys, it's gotta be Bulbasaur, duh.
Okay.
He's really energetic.
I'll accept Bulbasaur. Though personally, I'm partial to Squirtle myself.
Wait a second, that's not Bulbasaur.
So, right.
That's a flower. With angry eyes.
That was one of the scrapped designs.
His name is Lad.
He was too intense for children.
So so I have a theory about the 3 starters.
All right.
And I believe that this is where you pick hard, easy, and medium mode.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Bulbasaur being easy mode, Charmander being hard mode, and Squirtle being medium mode.
Yeah, Bulbasaur is... Wait, did you say Squirtle is hard? Or medium?
No, Squirtle's medium.
Okay, sorry. I pay attention to what other people are telling me. Yeah.
Well, because he's like advantage on the first gym, and then on the second gym he's neutral.
Yeah, based purely on like type advantages against bosses, Bulbasaur does have... Yeah, it would probably be fair to say that Bulbasaur is easy mode. Though really, in Pokemon, there are so many variables based on what Pokemon you can obtain that... Apart from like the very early game when your selection is limited, like... You can get yourself out of a jam in these games pretty easily just by like picking up a new Pokemon.
Well, I'll have to be getting myself out of a jam pretty soon because I'm not necessarily good at judging this battle on how it goes.
Oh no.
Don't you literally just have to hit tackle every time?
Oh god.
Unless he gets a crit.
I was livid. I was like, listen, I set aside an entire day to record this game, and what the hell happens with Gary Oak?
Well, I mean,
Damn.
it is kind of a coin toss here, because it's really down to like whether or not his AI is like smart/stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when I fought him, he just growled like every time, except for a few tackles.
Did you just have to like kill him by 1 HP for like 10 rounds?
I actually don't remember, like, does it just have tackle and growl?
I think so.
Yeah, some variant of that.
Yeah.
I think so. I think one of them might get Leer.
Yeah, I think Squirtle gets Leer and tackle, and then...
I think he would, because I picked Charmander when I played, which I guess is hard mode. And I think he had Squirtle with Leer.
Well, Charmander in that
leered at me.
Charmander in that specific battle actually has a slight advantage because it has Scratch instead of Tackle, which is both slightly more powerful and more accurate. Yeah. Because Tackle has a 1 in 20 chance of missing for some reason. You know, before they made it slightly less crap in Gen 5.
Yeah, did they finally give it the 95% accuracy in Gen 5?
No, they gave it 100 in Gen 5. It's 95 in every prior game. And they boosted the power to 50 from, I think, 35.
Well, not to mention that Gen 1 is 100% accuracy is actually 99.9% accuracy. There are Gen 1 misses in this game.
So I hear.
And if you've ever watched a speed run, you've heard quite a bit about those.
That's not gonna leave us in tears when we're trying to catch Mewtwo, is it, Trey?
I do not go for Mewtwo, unfortunately.
Oh, that's okay. That dungeon's a pain anyway.
I do go for a little soft spoilers. I do go for 2 pseudos and 1 legendary.
Really?
Yes.
Pseudos? Like, who's pseudo in this besides Dragonite?
He goes for 2 pseudo-Udos.
Pseudo-Udo hadn't been invented yet, Dan.
A little spoiler.
We're in the mystical year of 1998.
The first pseudo, of course, is Dratini, and I definitely go for that.
Oh yeah.
Per Joe's prodding because he loves Dratini so much.
Yeah.
The other one, I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
I Dragonite.
Well, yeah. Dope dragon, but hey, he delivers, so he gets a pass for me.
Thank you.
The other one that I consider a pseudo legendary in this game that I think should be reclassed is Snorlax.
Yeah, Snorlax is pretty tough to take down.
Like, if you don't catch him, catch Tauros, but you can't mistake that bulk and attack. Like, he is a tank of all tanks.
Yeah, Snorlax is a good Pokemon to slot into your team if you've kind of got all of your type bases covered and you just need something that's really good and versatile.
Yeah.
I feel like I might have had a Snorlax on my team when I played. I know I at least had him on my team for a bit. I don't know if he remained until the end.
I know that at the point that you get him in the game, like, most of your guys are going to be around between 25 and 28. but catching something that's around or just a little above your level, but also has real solid stats, like you said, he's a real good slot in if you don't have a normal type at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you don't have a Persian or a Tauros or whatever.
Yeah, I definitely prefer that method of, like, giving you, like, a slightly more powerful Pokemon, or, like, nudging you towards that so you don't have to grind and train up one, as opposed to the way the newer games do it, where they just give you, like, a level 30 Lucario for nothing as part of the story. Or, in the worst case scenario...
There's a level 30 Lucario blocking the road. What are we to do?
What's this? He wants to be my friend for absolutely no reason.
Oh, is that a free Latios? Oh,
holding its Mega Stone?
Yeah.
For free?
And what's that? A bag of 20 rare candies. Wow.
Okay, we haven't seen that, but I mean, it's within the realm of possibility.
Sorry, 20 or was it like 50 potions or whatever? It was that pre-order bonus.
Oh yeah.
For the
oh my god.
Didn't you get 50 potions and then like a Torchic that had its hidden ability?
I think it was like one of the Pokemon games. In Japan, there was like a if you pre-ordered, you got like a steel book and like a concept art book or whatever, and then in the US, you got 50 regular potions.
What's this? The game telling you you can get the town map here if you go there, and like actually trusting you to do it and not railroading you into it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's nice. Oh yeah, I gotta visit Mom one more time before I go.
For the record, we make...
Gen 1 truly is the best Pokemon game with zero flaws.
I mean, I make fun, but, you know, obviously Pokemon is a game for children. And it should be. It absolutely should be. I don't know. As a longtime fan of this series, I get increasingly annoyed with the amount of interruptions in the games. Not even that they're, like, necessarily easy, but just how often the game has to, like, stop you to tell you something or to make sure that you know or have something.
Yeah.
Because it's like, that's time that I'm not playing the game.
They really hold your hands in later generations.
Well, it's a game for children, but also children are smarter than a lot of people give them credit for.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose you might say, like, oh, well, I figured this out as a kid, but, you know, we grew up in a different time when there weren't as many games available to kids, and they weren't, you know, those that weren't nearly as accessible as the ones that we have now. So a difficult game, or a game that's even somewhat obtuse, does run the risk of, you know, turning a kid off and, like, not having, you know, losing them entirely. But
yeah,
I don't know, it's just something that annoys me as a long-time player. Like, it almost seems like they're paranoid of losing people's interest by, like, presenting any kind of challenge in the newer games.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a wild battle. I try to edit out a bunch of wild battles that aren't necessary.
Are we getting Pidgey?
We are in fact getting Pidgey.
Yeah.
I do leave in the fights where I catch Pokemon.
Spoilers.
Well,
now we know we're gonna catch this Pidgey.
Yeah. Okay, there are some wild battles where I just straight up forgot.
Those big meaty feet.
So we might fight like a Metapod or some shit later that I just forget to edit out.
Some clown shoes for that thing, jeez. You know what? Truth be told, I've actually never used a Pidgey, like, all the way through.
Oh.
I was always more... If I'm getting a normal bird in Gen 1, it's gotta be Dodrio.
Oh, yeah. Dodrio's like the glass cannon, isn't she?
Yeah, it's got, like, the most extreme stat skew. It's basically like a gradient from, like... Pidgeot is the most balanced of the three choices you have here.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess there's technically four, but nobody gives a crap about Farfetched.
Aww.
Pidgeot is your
it's
balance.
Fluffy. No.
Oh boy,
you traitor.
That's nostalgic.
At 2 Trey.
Yeah. Oh yeah, our first ever playthrough as a group of friends, we played Gold version, and what did we call our Flaffy? Did we even give it a nickname?
It was Lady Flaff.
Oh yes.
That was such a Dan name.
Yes, it was.
Gigaflaff. I don't know why I'm going down here.
I don't know if...
Oh.
Did the Mareep have a name?
Well, no, I think we
yeah.
named them all once we got to Goldenrod and the Name Raider.
So,
Okay.
I know this is a controversial choice for a Bulbasaur run, but I never get rid of Leech Seed, because to me it's the most broken move in the game.
No, Leech Seed is a...
Is that controversial?
Yeah, I like Leech Seed. Especially
It
in
allows
Gen
you to
1
be
where there
tanky.
aren't as many good moves. It's nice to have, supplemental moves like that. Honestly, one of the things that bugs me about going back to the earlier gens is that just the Pokemon's move sets are so much more shallow. Like, the one that annoys me the most is every time I play a Gen 2 game, I like to pick up a Heracross. Because if you never played Gold, Silver, or, any of its permutations, there's a very difficult early game boss in that game that uses normal types. So you want to have a fighting type to take her on. But Heracross doesn't learn any fighting type moves until like level 50 in Gold and Silver. It is absolutely ridiculous. It can't learn any TMs. I don't think it learns any bug type moves except for like Mega Horn. It's just what's the point of picking this Pokemon apart from just like the bare stats?
Oof.
If it can't learn any moves to take advantage of its types.
Yeah, Heracross is weird. See, this is why the best Gen 2 Bugmon will still and forever be Fortress.
Yeah, sure, I'll give you that.
He's
No.
He's meaty.
Scizor.
Oh, okay, you got me there. I will agree with you. Scizor is pretty fucking rad.
Although at least you can get Fortress without trading.
That's true.
I have never actually used Scizor for a playthrough. He's always one I train up for like multiplayer battles after the game.
Yeah, you don't get the metal coat until the second half of the game, like the beginning of the second half.
Yeah.
Can you even catch Oh yeah, you can catch Scythers in the bug catching contest.
Yeah.
That's right. So you guys are in for a long fight.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got jumped by Blue here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't mention earlier that I named him Blue, but I mentioned the manga. His name in the manga is Green.
Yeah.
And the girl's name is Blue, so I was always confused.
What?
No, well, canonically, because, okay, so in Japan, the games that they got first were Pokemon Red and Green, and Blue, Japanese Blue, was like the third enhanced version of those games. The Red and Blue that we got are based off of Japanese Blue, which had some bug fixes and improvements, quote unquote, to the sprites.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they're slightly better.
Man, this is the fixed version?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was way worse. There's a reason that Iwata was the one that had to fix Gen 2.
Listen up, everybody. Here's how it's gonna go down from here on out.
So I just refuse to use potions in my rival fights because, I don't know, I have pride, and it bites me twice.
Oh no. Yeah. Can you re-challenge him if you lose to him here?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And that was going to lead me to one of my favorite things about Yellow version, is depending on where you lose or win against your rival depends on his final team at the end.
Yeah.
And I always like that mechanic in Yellow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like because if you beat him every time, then he evolves a Jolteon, the best of the Gen 1 evolutions, because he knows he's gotta bring out the big guns to take you on. So
he's gotta fight lightning with lightning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my personal favorite of the first three is Vaporeon, just because she got that big OHP pool.
No, man, Vaporeon is like right underneath Jolteon for me. Like it's honestly a matter of personal preference.
Like a very close second.
Yeah.
I like Vaporeon because I like the design.
Yeah.
She's a mermaid.
When I first played this game, I didn't even know that I had to look at the stats. I was just like, what moves do they learn?
Yeah.
Do I like how this Pokemon looks?
Yeah, I do. I will say I like Vaporeon's design more than Jolteon. In fact, when I'm playing the Gen 1 games, I usually pick up a Raichu for my electric type instead of Jolteon, just because I like the design more.
Yeah,
I'm
Raichu
like
is
99% sure I had a Vaporeon on my final team.
Yeah. She's like one of the better. If you don't get Gyarados, like I always say, go Vaporeon.
Yeah, good tanky water type. Or if you didn't pick Squirtle.
Plus, she can learn a lot of moves. Plus, she can learn Bite for a good physical stab if you don't get Quick Attack on her.
As far as water types go, though, one of these days I want to do a playthrough with Tentacruel.
Just hanging out next to this tree.
Just because, you know, this was prior to the physical special split, and Tentacruel had, like, really good special attack and defense, so... coupled with its speed, so... This might have been its best incarnation, if not for the shallow move pool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But next time, we'll see how the team progresses, because we may add another member next time.
Weedle, yes!
My favorite.
Good night, everybody.